Okay, Kohalayim Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rokar Kwadash. My name is Lamadia from the New York camp. I want to give double honors to the eldest apostle, Great Millstone, and also shout a warm to the sincere believers of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. So now, um, I was watching this video that was put up 2 days ago by the elder Apostle Hall, and I believe he said it in this video because he said it within two videos. He coined the phrase Israel United in Confusion for the acronym of IUIC. And that's a very fitting name for the IUIC because that's really what they project is confusion. And you can see by the underling and their leaders that they're not very versed in the scriptures or very well studied in the scriptures because from just watching this video alone of this individual officer, he has there Yosef, which in the Hebrew is supposed to be Yahweh for Joseph. But from Virginia, he goes name of his title of it of the video is IUIC don't he hate Esau. And the way he spelled hate was Hayte. And he spelled Esau a little different too. He wrote ESAW. But then he wrote ashamed of the gospel. So he pretty much justifying in his video why Israel shouldn't hate Esau. And he goes into Deuteronomy 23 and 7. Now, Deuteronomy 23 and 7 is a topic that we covered many of times and broke it down, but the fact that it even has to still be covered is sad. But understanding the scriptures, reading Deuteronomy 23 and 7, something should hit you that it has to be something more um something more than what you're reading. It has to be a deeper understanding to it. Because in reading the scriptures, Obadiah, along with other scriptures, the scripture speaks about no mercy for Esau. But now it speaks about mercy. That's when you want to do more study and more research on that topic. But again, we're gonna cover it, Deuteronomy 23 and 7. And I believe I did it. I did a video on this topic um a while back, but it should be up here. But then again, you find yourself, or we find ourselves covering the same topics over and over because you got new guys coming in and new guys coming in thinking they bringing out something new, but these topics already been covered and they just regurgitating to their what they highest ups had said, and they themselves are regurgitating what they was taught, and they never put in the work to understand what these scriptures actually mean. So the first thing we're gonna do, I want to read First Timothy. First Timothy 1, and I'll start at 5. Now the end of the commandment is charity, out of a pure heart, and of a good conscience, and of faith unfeigned, from which some have swerved, have turned aside unto vain jangling, desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm. So then this is what we see happening right now. These guys are going to the law in Deuteronomy 23:7. They don't understand what they're reading, and they don't know what they projecting out there, which is incorrect because they don't understand um, the scriptures, and they haven't dig deep into these scriptures. Verse 8, but we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. Now go to Hebrews. Before we go to Deuteronomy 23:7, let's go to the book of Hebrews. Now, this is the book of Hebrews 5 and 12. So it says, for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High. Now the word oracles is talking about the writings of the Most High, which are the words of the Most High. This is where you get the word aura. The word aura means mouth or speech, and which are going to the words of the Most High. But these guys are going into the words of the Most High, but they breaking it down incorrectly. So they need to be retaught the correct way. And it says, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. Because it's obviously, if he's breaking down Deuteronomy 23:7 means you're not supposed to hate Esau, he don't even understand the milk. He's trying to go into some meat. So he had to be retaught. Now it says, for everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongs to them that that are of age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. So what this guy should be doing is watching the Elder Apostle Hall videos, or watching the Elder Apostle videos and learning the scriptures the correct way. Because beginning with Elder Apostle Hall and the teachers down under the order, we all teaching the correct way. But these guys, they are deceived, they are high minded. So even if they did watch it, they're gonna rebel against it, against the correct teachings. So now that leads us to go into Deuteronomy 23:7. So we're gonna cover this scripture again. So now in the Deuteronomy 23:7, it says, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land. So the first thing they break down wrong is the word abhor. Now, what I want to do is, let me try this. See if I can pull up the meaning of abhor. There you go.
Abhor.
Now the word there, it says in regard with disgust and hatred. So they read that word like, yeah, so they see the word abhor and they say, yeah, so you ain't supposed to hate Esau. He's our brother. Let's not going into that. And you go deep into the word abhor, it means to pretty much to shudder away from. In other words, to avoid. So the word abhor doesn't really mean hate. It means to avoid. It says shudder away from. Now, that's the first thing. Now it says, for he is thy brother. Now let's go into the Hebrew in those words. The first thing, let's pull up abhor. The word is tawab. So the word tawab, well, the Hebrew word tawab, it means something that is abominable. You got the word detest or detestable. So something that is abominable or detestable, you avoid it, you shun it away. So that's what it means. abhor. Doesn't mean hate. So that right there, you could you could X out. It has nothing to do with the word hate. So abhor means to something that is abomination or detestable, and you're avoiding it. So now that's what that means. To not shun something away. Now let's see if the word Edomite means Edomite. Hold on. All right. Now it says the King James translates Strong's H130 in the following manner: Edomites, then have Syria. Now let's read down. Let me try this. Read full entry. Bear with me. Give me 1 second. Because now when you look up the Strongs, it's gonna tell you that it was incorrect. Rather than the word I dumb y'all, the word there is supposed to be Irum, the people of Irum. That's a totally different, two different people. And it mentions how it's a it's an error. Bear with me. I'm trying to double check. Okay, an incorrect reading for I dumb the one yum. So the word there was supposed to be rum one I rum yum, the people of Irum, rather than the word Edom, I the one yum. So East Edom was not supposed to be placed there. So it's supposed to the word there is supposed to be Idrumium. Now that's why they put the word Syria, because it's really referencing to the what they'll call the people of the Syria. Now let's go to the term Syria, because the term Syria is a name that was put upon the people of Iran by the Greeks. So now I typed in on Google and you can find so many different things on it. Syria name Greeks, because it was given by the Greeks. Now it says the name Syria comes from the ancient Greek word Syrai, which was derived from the Lua'en term Sarai in the name of Ashur or Syria. The Greeks used the term Sarai to refer to various people in the Near East who were under the rule of the Assyria. Now it says the meaning of the meaning and extent of the region known as Syria has changed over time and has been used inconsistently by different writers and in different contexts. Now it goes into the Seleucid Empire. which was all Greeks, of course, for the lineage of Seleucus. Now it says from 323 to 150 BC, the Greeks used the term to refer to the Levant. Now, what is the Levant? The Levant is defined as anything eastern to the Mediterranean. Now it says applying it without distinction to the Assyrians of Mesopotamia and the Armenians of the Levant. So, other words, when the Greek came into power under the Seleucid Empire, they didn't put any distinguish of the Assyrians and the people of Rome. So they just called them all pretty much. You get the word Syria comes from the word Assyrian. So they just pretty much put a blanket term over them and call them Syrians. But the word the land was known as Padan Aram. Now, what connection does the people Aram has with Israel? Which take us back to Deuteronomy 23. Why did the Most High say thou shalt not abhor um, a person from Aram? Now let's go into it. Let's read. Let's start with Genesis 25 and 19. And these are the generations of Isaac. Abraham's son, Abraham begot Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan Aram. See, there you go. So the land was originally known as Padan Aram until the Greeks came in and named it as the land of Syria. And it says the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. So Isaac received a wife. He took Rebekah. Rebekah was the daughter of Bethuel. She was a Syrian. And there's other cases you read in Genesis, they constantly went to the region of Padan Aram, like a Padan Aram, to gain a wife. Now, another one is Genesis 28 and 1. And it says, and Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Now it says, arise. Who's speaking? This Isaac talks to Jacob now, where to find a wife. And he gave the same talk to Esau, but Esau still went and got him a wife of Canaan, because Esau was trying to get back that melanation. He was trying to get back that dark color. So he disregarded what Isaac said about not dating any daughters of the Canaan. Now, verse 2. Arise and go to Padan Aram, to the house, the land of Syria, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother brother. And the Most High Almighty bless thee and make thee fruitful and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of the people. And it says, and give thee the blessing of Abraham to thee and thy seed with thee, that thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art a stranger, which the Most High gave unto Abraham. Now it says, and Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to where? Padan Aram, unto Laban, the son of Bethuel, the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob and Esau's mother. So, verse 26, when Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take him a wife from thence, and and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge saying, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. So that's pretty much it right there out of that text. They went back to Padan Aram. So that was the connection with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob with Padan Aram. You know, that's what we constantly chose a wife out of, because it says back in Deuteronomy 23:7, for he is thy brother. It's not talking about no Edomite. It was talking about the people of Aram. So that's what it was. It had nothing to do with no Edomite. So I'm gonna close with that, and I'm gonna say, Kohalayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rokar Kodash. Shalom.